Rewards, right? Courage, it's that old risk for reward, okay? Having the right rewards in place encourages the right behavior and makes people more courageous. And authority and accountability. Who's had accountability for something without authority? Isn't that fun? Mike, you're on the hook for this, but don't change anything. We won't let you. Bye-bye. Sorry. Give them the authority to change. You can't give them accountability without authority. So the best organizations we see combine those two things. And lastly, driving for results, setting the right goals. I had a great boss at one point who said, here's your stretch goal. And it was sort of the first time I'd really been introduced to the concept. I said, well, I'm not really comfortable with that. And he's like, that's why it's a stretch goal, right? And he used to say, if you don't kind of have the feeling of, ooh, when you hear it, it's not a big enough stretch, right? And if you have the reaction of, yeah, right, okay, it's too much of a stretch, right? But setting those appropriate stretch goals to get people to drive for that result. And then talent management. I mean, there's no substitute for good talent. Hiring it and or training it, or some combination thereof, okay? And most importantly, talk to your nemesis. Aquaman, Black Manta, super friends, right? Anyway, who has a nemesis? Does anybody have a nemesis? You know how you know, if you're not sure, you know how you know who your nemesis is? When you're walking down the hall and you see that person round the corner and you suddenly remember, oh, I left something back in my office. That's your nemesis. Because it's painful talking to them. Why? You say tomato, they say tomato, just to be difficult. Why is it important to talk to your nemesis? Why are they one of the best resources on this page? What?
They're going to give you that other side that you haven't thought about. So.
Yeah, they're going to help you bulletproof your recommendation, your idea. And you know what's really awesome is when you get them ahead of time and they finally, yeah, you're right, Mike. As much as I hate to say it, you're right and your idea makes sense. Then when you have to go to the steering committee and you're in there and your nemesis is in there and you're presenting saying, this is my idea. This is what we should do and why we should do it. Everybody in the room is going to look at your nemesis and go, what do you think? And they're going to go, yeah, he's right. Okay? And that's a rousing endorsement of your work. Okay? They're going to help bulletproof your idea. They're going to make it better. Because at the end of the day, it's about the results for me. It's not about Mike. It's about how is the business fundamentally different. And my nemesis is going to help me get to a better answer, as painful as it may be. Okay? But it's really satisfying when they have to go, yeah, he's right. And by the way, if you don't get to them ahead of time, ooh, that steering committee is ugly. Because they're just sitting there waiting for you to put your stuff out that you haven't thought of. And they're just like, shh. Yeah! And they're going to start asking all those hard questions you would wish you had gotten to earlier. Okay? Talk to your nemesis.